Welcome to Gradeful. Here we have a tough 1500 level math question for the SAT that involves geometry and circles in particular. Before we get into how to do this question, go ahead and give it a try. We'll give you 60 seconds. So let's go ahead and show you how to do this question now. Well, we know where the center is, and we know that there's a tangent line hitting the circle at a certain point. So if we just graph those 2 points, we'll get something that looks a little bit like this here. And we know that the center of the circle is right here in green. And we also know that this right here is where a tangent line hits that circle. So let's imagine where that circle is now. It's got the center right here, let's say in blue, and there's a tangent line. Now, what is a tangent line to a circle? A tangent hits a circle at one point, and at that point, it's perpendicular to the radius. Now, what does it mean to be perpendicular in terms of the equation of a line? It means that the slopes of the two lines that are perpendicular are negative reciprocals of one another. For instance, if one is 4/5, the other one would be -5/4. So we have a line. Generally speaking, it's right here. We know it looks like that because it's going to be forming a right angle with the radius. Now let me just go ahead and mark the two coordinate sets for the points. We have -2, 3 right here, and 3, 12 right here. So if we can find the slope of the radius, we can find the slope of the tangent that's perpendicular. Now, why do we want all of this? The big picture here is that if we have the equation of the tangent line, then we can figure out which of those points fits that equation. So let's start by making a little space here. And let's go ahead and get the slope of the radius. Now, slope, of course, is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And we'll go ahead and plug into that 12 minus 3 over 3 minus -2. Now, if you're wondering, we could have done 3 minus 12 over -2 minus 3, and you should get the same number both times. So 12 minus 3 is 9. 3 minus -2, that's 3 plus 2, that's 5. So we just found out that the slope of the radius is 9/5. That means that the slope of the tangent line, which is known to be perpendicular to that, is -5/9. So if we're trying to find the equation of the tangent line, we have everything we need because we know the slope of it and we know a point it goes through, and that'll enable us to use the point slope equation of a line. Now, if you don't have that equation memorized already, you definitely want to have it. The point slope of equation of a line is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So let's plug in what we have into that equation. We have our point 3, 12, so y minus 12 and x minus 3. And we have our slope -5/9. Now we can start distributing to simplify this a little. So y minus 12 is -5/9x plus 15/9. Now that 3, that's really 3/1. So we were multiplying -5 times -3, which is positive 15, and on the bottom, 9 times 1, which is 9. Now we can get y by itself by adding 12 to both sides. And we've said it a lot in our videos that one of the skills you really need on the SAT is to be able to add fractions on your calculator, whether it be your graphing calculator, we recommend the TI-84 by the way, or the Desmos graphing calculator, which everyone has access to on the SAT. In any case, you add two fractions and your calculator will by default give you a decimal answer, and you have to know where is the feature that churns that decimal back into a fraction. So when I added the 12 to the 15/9, I got 13.6 repeated. And as a fraction, that's 41/3. So right now we've got y equals -5/9 x plus 41/3. And that'll be the equation of our tangent line. So let's write it here. Now the value of having that equation is that now we have something that we can plug the answer choices into to find out which of them are good and which of them are not so good. So let me correct myself. I was thinking initially that we would plug the answer choices in one by one, but they all seem to have that common 2. All the answer choices have a 2 right here. So let's just go ahead and plug y equals 2 into the equation of the line and find out which one comes back as one of the answer choices. So y equals 2, so we'll have 2 equals -5/9x plus 41/3. Then we can take away 41/3 from both sides. Once again, we'll take advantage of our calculator to find out what's 2 minus 41/3 and to get that back as a fraction. So 2 minus 41 divided by 3 as a fraction, that's -35/3 equals -5/9x. Now, to get the x by itself, we can multiply both sides by -9/5. The negative times a negative will be a positive, and the 9s will cancel and the 5s will cancel. So we have x equals whatever we have on the left for -9/5 times -35/3. So a negative times a negative is a positive. So let's just put it in the calculator as 9/5 times 35/3, and you get 21. So the right x value is 21, which you can see is answer choice C. X is 21 when y is 2. So if you had answer choice C here, congratulations, you're that much more ready for the SAT. If not, search around the Grateful YouTube page looking for lessons that'll help you. There are so many resources that we have at your disposal. If you felt like this helped you, go ahead and hit like. Thanks so much and have a great day.